Before this even escalates, you can already feel the tension building. What starts as a simple public filming situation quickly spirals into a clash over authority, legal knowledge, and accountability. On one side, you have an auditor calmly asserting his rights in a public space. On the other, a police sergeant who appears increasingly frustrated and unsure of the legal ground she's standing on. This isn't just about filming a building. This is about whether authority can override the law when challenged. Watch closely, because what unfolds here raises serious questions about police powers, public rights, and what happens when those lines get blurred. Ask yourself as this plays out, who actually understands the law better in this situation?
What are you filming the police cars for?
Because I can. It's in a public place, obviously.
Well, that's not, is it?
Yeah, but from a public place you can record anywhere that isn't.
For what reason, though?
Because you can.
Hi. So, William, what would you intend to do with that footage?
Personal use.
For what?
Just personal use.
Like what, though?
Have I committed an offence? Am I being detained?
Right, William.
Am I being detained?
Hang on, I'm talking to you.
Am I being detained?
No. Can you answer my question?
Can you answer mine? Am I being detained?
No. Can you answer my question?
Am I being detained?
Right, okay.
Can you answer my question? Am I being detained?
No, you're not.
I'm not being detained, so I'm free to go.
Go wherever you like. Okay. What we don't want you to do is film the police station.
Well, it's from a public place, so...
No, it's not.
It is. Yeah, but this is a public place. This public easement. Would you like me to show you a letter from Chief Constable Andrew Trotter, ex-police Chief Constable Andrew Trotter, who says that it's perfectly fine for public photography?
I think you want to be arrested, so...
What are you going to arrest me for?
Nicely.
What are you going to arrest me for? Can you please not... 2 meters, please.
This is where things start to shift from confusion into something more serious. The moment the sergeant hints at arrest without clearly stating an offense, it exposes a critical issue. Police powers aren't based on feelings, suspicion alone, or discomfort. There must be a clearly defined legal basis. Simply filming a police station from a public place, on its own, doesn't meet that threshold. What's interesting here is how William stays focused, repeatedly asking the same key question. Am I being detained? That's not just repetition. That's strategy. He's forcing clarity in a situation where the officer is avoiding it. So here's the question for you watching. If someone in authority can't clearly explain their legal grounds, should that authority still be followed?
And I'd like you to put your phone in another direction up in the police station, because that's not a public place.
Yeah, but you can record a private place from a public place.
I will have no choice, okay, than to take further action.
And what further action would that be?
You've been advised previously.
Can you please advise me what further action that is?
You've been advised previously
I'm asking
not to record the police station.
Sergeant, I'm asking you, what further action would you take?
Right, that depends on what you do. I'm
filming
advising you
filming
now,
from a public place.
Don't talk over me, William. I'm
filming
advising
from a public
you now,
place.
okay, giving you the opportunity to move your phone, otherwise I will look at seizing your phone, because we don't know what you're doing.
You can't seize my phone. Seize my phone under what?
William, are you aware of the risk of terrorism at the moment, how high it is?
This is not for terrorist use,
and
the onus is on
while
you.
we may have concerns,
So do you have concerns in Section 58 of the Terrorism Act? Is that what you're cited?
Understand
is
the
it
risk?
Section 58?
I'm not quoting legislation. I don't need to quote legislation,
yes, you do.
because I know it, William.
Okay.
But what I'm asking you is, do you understand our concerns? Because if you do, then you would walk away with your phone.
You may have concerns, but that doesn't warrant reasonable suspicion.
Pace and legislation to me till it's coming out of your ears.
Now, this is a major escalation, and it's where the argument really begins to fall apart. Bringing up terrorism in a situation like this is a serious claim, because laws under acts like the Terrorism Act require specific, reasonable suspicion. You can't just introduce it as a vague concern to justify action. And the same goes for threatening to seize a phone. There must be a lawful power clearly identified. Notice how William immediately challenges that by asking, under what power? That's a key legal question, and it's one the officer struggles to answer. This moment highlights something important. Authority without explanation isn't enforcement, it's overreach. And when legal terms are used incorrectly, it can actually weaken the officer's position entirely.
However, that is not a public place, and you will not film it.
You can film it from a public place.
No, you will not be filming the police station.
You can film anything from a public place.
No, that's where you're incorrect.
That
not
is
a police
not.
station.
Yes,
it's not
you can.
a public place.
Is it protected by the Crown?
Stood here
is it protected property by the Crown? Does it have bylaws that say that you don't have to film it?
William,
Do you have?
What's more concerning
Does it have?
to me
Do you
is
have
why
bylaws
do
which
you
say
want
that it's
to-
protected
why
by the
would
Crown
anybody
and
want
that
to
you can't film
a
it?
police station?
Do you have bylaws
William,
which say?
why would anybody want to film a police station?
Because it's,
for their own
it's from
interest.
a public place.
No,
It's a
why
nice
would you want
building.
to?
Architecture's very nice, and it's
William,
paid by people who
that's
pay
not
their
amusing,
taxes.
And you're not impressing me at all.
People
Do you
pay their
understand
taxes and buy
how
this
busy
building.
the police are? Do you understand?
Oh, you must
Do
be
you
very busy
understand how
during this
busy the
current
police
climate.
are?
Yeah.
And you are distracting us from our duties.
I'm distracting you. You came out to me. I didn't ask for you
Yes,
to come out.
because you're recording the police station.
And that's
We
not a
don't
criminal
know-
offence.
We don't know what you're recording.
Okay, I'm doing it for
so
a-
you carry on
I'm
quoting
doing it for a
legislation,
public
but
business.
I'd like you to walk away with your phone. You can
No.
record all around here. That's absolutely fine.
It's
But do
information
not
that's for public
record-
interest.
Do you not listen to people?
It's information for public interest.
William, you're being rude.
I might be
being
being
very
rude,
rude.
but that's not a criminal offence.
Here's where the contradictions really start stacking up. The sergeant claims William is wasting police time, yet the entire interaction was initiated and prolonged by the officers themselves. Legally, wasting police time has a very specific definition. It involves knowingly making false reports, not standing in a public place recording. And when William asks about bylaws, notice how that question never gets answered. That silence speaks volumes. If a restriction actually existed, it would be simple to name it. Instead, the conversation keeps shifting away from the legal foundation and toward personal frustration. So ask yourself, are we still dealing with law enforcement here, or just an attempt to assert control without legal backing?
So why would you turn and point your phone at a police station?
Because
why
I
would you
can
do
see it
that?
from a public place, and I was actually watching the cars go in.
William, you've been walking around the police station.
Yeah, I've been walking around, looking at the architecture, looking at all the different officers, coming in, doing
all
the
the plain
duties.
vehicles in the back, you've been doing that.
Yeah. All the different
For what
vehicles
reason?
paid by the
There's
taxpayers.
only one reason that people do that, and
What's
that's to
that?
commit a crime.
That's to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Are you inferring something?
Well, that's the only reason why people would do that, isn't it? So
No.
what we're asking you is just to go.
I'm not looking to commit a crime, and you have no reasonable evidence to say that I'm going to be committing a crime.
Well, to film a police station and film a car with a private
Common law doesn't
around the
state
other
that
side.
that is reasonable
Doesn't matter, you can
suspicion.
state whatever law you want at me.
Common law isn't
something that you
legislation,
do.
no,
It's
but-
our plain vehicles around the side.
Yeah.
So what we've asked you to do is
I didn't
go
actually
now.
know they were plane vehicles. I thought they were officers'
Oh, right,
cars.
okay, in
but
the back
anyway.
That's even more
police
concerning.
station.
You thought they were officers' cars?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
right,
was
so
looking
now
at
you're
the
filming
officers
officers'
coming out.
cars.
Yeah.
Oh, right, why? For what
because I
reason?
thought they were coming out from their duty. You had
Yeah,
the,
so
you
you're
had
out
the
filming
detective
officers'
constables.
cars. Right,
Yeah.
okay.
The,
What
the
for,
officer car
William?
park.
William, what for?
Because I can. Because it's a
No,
public
No,
place.
you can't.
No, you can't.
No,
Because it's a
you
public
cannot.
place.
You cannot record
And what says
private
that?
property.
Yes, you
okay?
can.
That is private, that
And what
backyard.
says that? Is it just you
Is
and
this-
your little head
is
that
this
says
little
that
quiz
you
that you're
can't
trying
do
to
that?
perform to
No,
us
no,
now?
I'm just asking
Right,
you.
William,
I'm
do
just
not
asking
record
you.
officers' cars.
Okay,
That is extremely
is that-
dangerous to those officers.
is that an
because we
order?
don't know where you're going to
Is that an order?
William, listen to me,
Is that
please.
an order?
William,
I'm
do not
asking you a question.
record-
Is that an order?
Listen to me, please.
I'm asking you a
Do
question.
not
Is that an
record police
order?
officers'
I'm
cars,
asking you a
because
question.
if
Is that an order?
appears on social
It won't be
media,
appearing
you
on
will
social
be
media.
located and spoken
Okay.
to and arrested.
This moment is particularly concerning because it crosses from enforcement into what sounds like intimidation. Saying someone will be tracked down and arrested if footage appears online without establishing a crime raises serious questions. In most cases, recording and sharing footage taken from a public place is lawful, unless it meets very specific criteria for offenses like harassment or malicious communication. But those require intent, not just action. What we're seeing here is a shift from "you can't do this" to "we don't want you to do this." And those are two very different things legally. The question is, should personal discomfort ever be enough to justify a threat of arrest?
Okay?
Arrested
Because you
for
are
what?
putting those officers in danger. Do you understand that?
No, I don't believe I am, but
Police
okay.
have a dangerous job
Yeah, they
without
do.
this nonsense.
They
you
do.
wanting
This
to film
isn't
them.
nonsense, but anyway.
Right, well, what concerns me more is why a young lad like yourself would want to spend his time walking around a police station and filming officers' cars.
You're saying that I can't film
You can't film
private
the police station.
that I can't film
You can
private
film.
land from a public place. Can you tell me
Right.
where you've got that information from?
Right, no, I can't tell you
Okay.
that. I'm not prepared to tell you anything about that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, it's not appropriate to record.
It doesn't matter
police
where it's
off-
appropriate
Well,
or
you're not
not.
even going to listen, are you?
No. I'm
You're not going to
gonna-
listen. You're
no.
just being rude.
I'm not being rude.
Do not film police officers' vehicles,
William.
private vehicles.
Yeah.
Are you going to leave?
Can you give me your epaulette number and state your name?
You can see it, William. You
37.
can see it, William.
300575. And your name?
You got my number there, mate.
Can I see your warrant card?
No.
Can I see your warrant card,
Are you going to
please?
leave, William?
Proof that you have authorisation to exercise your
William,
duty,
you're
your
not going
warrant
to see any
card.
warrant card. You don't need to.
Yeah, but you have to produce it upon request. That's
You
Cheshire
if you're being
Police. That's
searched,
Cheshire Police
maybe.
policy.
William, you're
That's
not
Cheshire
seen any
Police
warrant cards,
policy.
okay?
Cheshire
End of
Police
story.
policy. Upon request, you will produce your warrant card. I know your policies very well.
Now we're getting into dispersal powers. And this is where legal thresholds really matter. A dispersal order isn't something that can be used just because someone is present or filming. Under the law, it requires behavior that is likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to others. From what we've seen so far, William is standing calmly, asking questions, and not engaging in any threatening or disruptive behavior. So the key issue here is proportionality. Are these powers being considered based on actual behavior, or just because the situation is uncomfortable for the officers? This is where understanding the limits of authority becomes absolutely critical.
Telling you to leave, aren't
But are you asking me, or are you giving me a direct order?
telling you to leave.
Is that an
You
order?
can go on your own, right? You can walk away, or I'll go and get one of those direction to leave, and then you won't be able to come back for 24
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
So you're saying you're not going to leave?
No, definitely not.
Good. So you are going to go.
Sorry?
You are going to go.
No.
Pardon?
No.
Why would you be able to
Are you giving?
stop
Are you
William?
giving me a? Are you giving me a dispersal
Right, the
order?
officer's just explained to you what she's going to do. I'm not repeating it, William.
And what
We're
gives you
very,
the?
very busy today.
And what gives you the grounds to give me a dispersal
William,
order?
listen to me.
What gives me? What
we are
gives you
very,
the
very
grounds to
busy
give me a
today,
dispersal
and you
order?
are wasting police time.
I'm not wasting
Do you
police time. You're
understand?
wasting police time.
Right, do you understand there's an offence of wasting police time as well?
Yeah, but
You
I'm
do?
not
Oh,
committing
you know
that
your
offence.
legislation, you'd know that as well.
I'm
we are
not
very
committing
busy
an
today
offence.
with some serious,
I didn't-
serious incidents.
I didn't call
and
you
are
up. You
wasting
came
time.
out.
No, William, you know what you've done.
I've
okay?
not committed any offences.
Right, the
If I
office-
have, arrest me under Pace Code G paragraph 2.1.
Right, the officer's gone to get the order, okay?
Dispersal
And
order,
you
and
will
what-
be asked.
And
You'll
what
find
rights
out when
do you
she comes
have to
back.
give me a dispersal order?
When she comes back, she will direct you. Okay?
Finally, a specific law gets mentioned. But even here, it doesn't quite land. The Malicious Communications Act requires intent to cause distress, harm, or offense through communication. Simply uploading footage of a lawful interaction doesn't meet that threshold on its own. And you can see William immediately identify that. He points out the lack of intent. That's a crucial legal distinction. What's striking here is how the justification keeps changing. From private property to terrorism to dispersal, and now to malicious communications. When the reasoning keeps shifting like this, it often signals uncertainty rather than authority. So the big question is, if the legal basis keeps changing, was there ever a solid one to begin with?
Rights does she have to give me a dispersal?
Are you
should know
questioning
that
me?
as a sergeant.
Are you questioning
Yeah.
me? How dare you?
How dare I?
Yes, how
you're,
dare
you're,
you?
You're a crown servant. You're a crown servant.
You're not going to leave?
No.
Okay. You're not helping yourself here, William. You're really
not helping
Really
myself.
not. Not helping Cheshire Constabulary at all.
Aren't I? Oh,
No, because you're wasting here 2 patrols at the moment.
I'm not wasting the time. You came out to me for no particular reason. You leave any time you want. I'm not detaining you. Give me that dispersal notice.
So, William, basically,
Oh, there's 2
What?
metres, please.
yeah, what I've decided to do is,
Yeah.
you've been seen filming private vehicles.
Which
Okay.
is not illegal,
So-
but sure.
What I'm going to advise you now is that if any of that footage of those private vehicles is on any social media whatsoever, you
Yeah.
will be arrested
For.
for malicious communications.
Okay, and what grounds
You
do you have for that?
understand?
What grounds do you have for
Now,
that?
do you understand what that is?
I have to have intent for that to be malicious. I
No,
don't
do
have
you
intent for that.
understand?
To be.
Do you understand what
I
that
understand that, but I know that I don't have the intent for that to be malicious.
This case is a textbook example of how quickly an interaction can escalate when legal clarity is missing. At its core, the law is actually quite straightforward. Filming from a public place is generally lawful, and any restriction on that requires clear legal authority. Throughout this encounter, we saw repeated attempts to assert control without properly identifying that authority, along with misunderstandings around key laws like dispersal powers, seizure rights, and malicious communications. What stands out most is how the situation de-escalates the moment those claims are challenged in detail. That tells its own story. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think handled this better? And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth, no-nonsense breakdowns of real police encounters.
I'm warning you now that if you do put that on social media, you'll be arrested.
Okay.
You'll be interviewed.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll take the job to the CPS.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been advised not to put any of that on social media.
Is that summary or indictable?
Why? What difference does that make?
I'm just curious.
Right. We're not here.
I'm just curious. Is that summary or indictable?
William, we've gone round and round around the houses. We're not here to be questioning
Is that
legislation.
summary or indictable?
What I'm concerned about
just
is what you
questioning.
intend to do with
Public
that information,
usage.
because I've now seen you filming private officers' vehicles, and
Public
that's really
usage.
concerning to them. Do you understand why?
I'm not intending on just coming out here to film officers' vehicles.
No,
I'm out
you
here.
told me earlier, and it will be on your camera. You
Yeah.
told me earlier that you wanted to film private vehicles.
I said, actually, I looked through the footage again. I said
Anyway,
that.
William, you've been
No,
advised,
you're not going to listen to
and
what.
that's all. No, that's
Okay.
all we wanted to tell you.
Okay, no problem.
So do not put that on social media.
Okay. Oh, I'm also going to make a freedom of information request for your body-worn videos. Do either of you have them on right now? Officers? 5336, do you have your body-worn video on right now?